Have you ever wondered if there are any unsolved mysteries left in today's modern world? Unsolved mysteries remain in the present day and are worth questioning. Over the past few weeks, I've done extensive research on some of these unsolved mysteries, many of which can be found in the Encyclopedia of Haunted Places. Today I will tell you about what I believe to be 3 very interesting unsolved mysteries. They include a pit of lost treasure, 3 vanishing lighthouse men, and a village gone without a trace. Let's begin. The Oak Island Money Pit is considered the longest running treasure hunt in human history. Located in Nova Scotia, it contains some kind of unknown treasure, speculating it to be worth millions. The story begins in 1795 when a young boy found a depression in the sand and started digging. He had found flagstones at every 10 feet and eventually stopped at 30. Over the years, diggers have gone deeper and deeper into the pit and have found man-made structures and booby traps, as seen in the top corner. Author Mark Finnan of Oak Island Secrets, published in 2002, wrote, "The discovery of the man-made workings under the beach and water traps suggested the presence of a truly great treasure." In 1803, a new set of diggers discovered a booby trap that would have filled the pit with water, halting excavation for years. In 1970, a new group was founded, the Triton Alliance, in order to continue digging. Many internal disputes slowed the digging process. The one thing they did accomplish, though, was to send a video camera under the cavern and take a low-quality picture of what they claimed to be a severed hand next to a treasure chest. But still today, in 2011, no one has ever been able to get to the bottom. What could be at the bottom of the pit? Over the years, the myth has grown as to what could be at the bottom. Many speculate that it could contain Blackbeard's treasure, who he himself claimed to hid his treasure where no one but Satan himself could find it. Others claim that because of an odd rock formation on the island in the shape of a cross, it could contain the Holy Grail. Next. The Outer Hebrides Islands are located off the western coast of Scotland and are considered one of the most remote locations on Earth. Due to severe weather conditions in the late 1800s, many ships crashed and sank, and a lighthouse was built in 1895. 3 seasoned seamen were stationed on the island and would switch on a rotating watch every 14 days. On December 14, 1900, a nasty storm passed over the island. On December 15th, a passing ship had noticed that the lighthouse light had extinguished and contacted the shore station immediately. The next day, on the 16th, the shore station sent a watchman to investigate. On arrival, he found an empty island. Inside the lighthouse, he found a recently extinguished fire, a plate of a half-eaten meal, and an upturned chair, meaning whoever had left very quickly. Author Mike Dash, New York Times bestselling author and historian, published in a 1998 essay, The Vanishing Lighthousemen of Elin Moor, the men could hardly have been swept away by the storm if there had been one, for according to the log, the storm had passed when the last entry was made. While it may seem like these men were swept away by a storm, it does not explain why they were so quick to leave. Whatever happened to these 3 men, it remains one of Scotland's most enduring mysteries. Finally, perhaps one of the strangest disappearances in history is that of a whole town vanishing, never being heard from again. In November 1930, a fur trapper named Joe LaBelle headed to a small town he knew well, located in Lake Anjikuni in northern Canada. On arrival, he found the town deserted. He searched the town and found no one. The town, which had a population of over 2,000, had left no footprints, had left all the food provisions inside their house, and in one house even found a smoldering fire with a blackened stew on it left to cook. Another thing he found were all the sled dogs buried under feet of frozen snow that had starved to death. The oddest of all things discovered that day was that of the Eskimos' ancestral graves dug up and emptied, a hard task to accomplish under feet of frozen earth. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police published a quote in 2005 at www.rcmpgrc.gc.ca stating, "The Mounted Police who patrolled the area recorded no untoward events of any kind, and neither did any local trappers or missionaries." But still to this day, no one has ever figured out where the village went. The mysteries of the Oak Island Money Pit, the vanishing lighthouse men, and the village gone without a trace are just some of the mysteries that have plagued humankind for years. So how can it be that with so many advancements in technology today that there are still hundreds of mysteries waiting to be solved?